Pero qué bola de raros.
Ei ryhmien näin pitäisi toimia.
Почему все, что я говорю, отвергают?
So now what?
Làm thế nào chuyện này xảy ra?
Kiitoksia.
Good morning, Mikko.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
Busy as always. Do I understand you're starting your small group work projects this week?
Yes, we are. So it gets much easier for me now. Give them the task, pick the groups, and let them work.
Well, take it from somebody that's done this many times. It's not quite as easy as that. For example, have you given any thought to how you'll put these students into groups?
Sure, I want mixed groups to get synergy, you know. So I just randomly assign them by nationality.
Well, they're smart students. They'll figure it out.
Oh, yes, they will. Okay, I have to get going to the class. So see you soon.
Good luck.
What does he mean, not as simple as that? How could it be so complicated? Things are difficult only if you make them difficult. Gosh, I wish I had said that then. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Well, we've spent the last few weeks looking at the theory and cases of international business, particularly product introduction. Now it's time to put that theory into practice. We'll move on to the group work part of the course, and I would like to mix things up a little so that you can expand your knowledge and experience. I have put each of you into a group, and from now on it's now up to you to organize yourselves and produce a result that is based on your own ideas. Right, here's group one. Alexandra, Hanna, Diego, Jirani. Now, and group two, Roberto, Pekka, Laura, Jason, Suvi. And group three, Susan, Paula, Hannu, Miguel, and Colin.
Sorry, can I be on that group?
No, I'd like the groups to stay as they are. Everyone gets to work with new people, just like real world, right? So, your task is to launch a smartphone to the Asian market. And I have put all the product specs and presentation introductions into these papers here. Each group has a designated meeting room which can be used during this class time. Deadline is 2 weeks. So it's a good idea to go to those places and start working.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
So what's going on now?
Sorry.
What's going on now? What's we gonna do?
Это так глупо. Было бы легче, если бы я была в группе с друзьями.
I need to keep track on time so I can get to work.
Esto se pondrá interesante.
Sao không ai nói gì cả? Ban đêm mình có nên nói gì không nhỉ? I have one idea that...
I had a thought about this already. And first, we need to organize the roles. And then, when each of us has its part, we just need to do our assignment. And I can be the project leader. Diego, can you take the minutes from the meeting?
Hey, wait a second. You cannot just tell us all what to do.
Yeah, and you can definitely not tell me to take the minutes.
Yes, I can. We need a project leader for this project. And I'm perfectly organized for it.
But nobody has agreed to that.
Well, maybe you want to be the project leader then?
But does it really have to be a female in charge here?
Okay, so does anybody has any idea of what we can do?
I have one idea that...
There is no point talking about ideas unless we organize the roles and do our work.
There you go, interrupting now again
But
and
I
try
just-
to take control.
I just want to-
Please, let other people speak.
Pero qué bola de raros.
Ei ryhmien näin pitäisi toimia.
Почему все, что я говорю, отвергают?
So now what?
Làm thế nào chuyện này xảy ra?
Guys, I'm sorry, but I really have to leave now.
Yeah, me too. What if we try again tomorrow when we maybe will have a better mood?
Okay.
Ты выглядишь расстроенной. Что случилось?
У нас опять сегодня встреча с группой, и после вчерашнего даже не хочу туда идти.
Почему? Что случилось?
Ничего особенного, просто моя группа сидела, ничего не делала, просто никто не разговаривал, никто ничего не делал. Я пыталась взять инициативу в свои руки, организовать, но каждый раз, когда я pыталась что-то сказать и что-то сделать, одна финская девочка постоянно со mной спорила.
Se vaan päätti johtaa sitä ryhmää ja määräsi meille kaikille, mitä meidän pitää tehdä.
Ей просто не хочется, чтобы кто-то командовал, но кто-то же должен быть во главе.
Ei kenenkään erikseen tarvis olla johossa. Meidän pitäisi kaikki olla sama-arvoisia.
Ну а как еще можно все сделать?
Ei asioita vaan voi hoitaa noin.
No, ehkä tänään menee paremmin.
No, toivottavasti. Ainakaan huonommin ei voi enää mennä.
Well, how will we start today?
How about we make some rules?
Rules.
Yes, I think we need some rules. In Finland, it's normal for a group to have rules so that we are all working together.
Why would you want rules if we will bend them anyway?
No, we don't do that in Finland. Jirani, why are you late?
I had to be at work this morning.
You also had to be here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but it's impossible for me to be in two places at the same time. Work is important.
And this isn't? You should take your studies as seriously as you take your job. And being late shows disrespect.
Well, I did my best to be here on time. And now that I'm here, maybe you should just think about it from my own point of view.
See, this is why we need rules.
Don't worry, man, you didn't even miss a thing.
Oh, yeah. Just the girls trying to be in control again.
Vau, tänään menee vielä huonommin.
Это превращается просто в кошмар.
Mình nên làm gì nhỉ?
Desearía estar en otro grupo.
I wish I had stayed at work.
Okay, never mind the rules for a few minutes. I have assigned a role for each of us. And Jirani,
Yes, boss?
you will be responsible for marketing. And you, Hanna, will be responsible for creative side. Ngoc, you will be a sales manager. Diego, you will be an administrator.
Administrator?
Yes, and I'm the project leader. Okay, now all of us has the roles and we can actually start working on the project.
Administration? I want it to be creative.
Creative? I wanted to work on the marketing strategy.
I'm not good at sales.
I'll be much more better at sales. Why does she have to make the decisions anyway?
So just be clear with the tasks you have, go home, take it seriously, continue working, and then...
Hai mập. Tôi cảm thấy mệt quá. Tôi đang là bị nhóm, mọi thứ không đến đâu cả. Mọi người cứ cãi nhau. Tôi không biết mình nên phải làm gì nữa. Cảm giác rất khó chịu.
Как у тебя дела в группе?
Ничего, нормально. Мы уже провели несколько встреч и начали работать над презентацией. А у вас что?
У меня не все так хорошо. Я хотела быть лидером в данной группе, но Hanna постоянно спорит со мной, а Jirani меня не воспринимает просто потому, что я девушка.
Может, они просто не видят себя лидером?
Я не знаю, возможно, но мне проще работать самой и не рассчитывать на других.
Ну, каждому нужен опыт работы в команде.
Да, скорее всего, но в нашей группе очень трудно работать вместе. Я не могу учиться таким путем.
Jirani, you know, you've never won me in pool before?
Yeah, let's see how this goes. You know, this project is really getting more stressful every day. With this kind of group, it's like they just want to order me around. Jirani do this, Jirani do that, Jirani don't be late. It's just too much Jiranis.
Wait a minute. Jirani, is it the others you don't like or is it because they're coming from a woman?
The others, of course. I just can't do everything they say. Not you tell me to do this and do that and then I have to just do it the way they want it. I have to also do the things I want as well.
Are you sure you don't feel the same if the others were coming from a man?
I'm not sure. Probably not. You know, these ladies are just doing this whole thing like, you know, they have to give orders, coming from this person to this person, do that, do this, do this. But I'm not used to that, you know it. We Africans are not so used to that.
So in short, I can say the others that are coming from a woman is the problem.
Something like that.
Ne tulee myöhässä, tai ne ei tule ollenkaan. Ja ne kiistelee koko ajan. Ei me saada mitään tehtyä. Jos ne vaan ymmärtäis paremmin, että miten asiat toimii täällä.
Ne on vaan ihmisiä. Haluaisit, että kaikki on niin kuin sä?
En, mutta kun on Suomessa, niin kyllä niiden nyt vähän pitäisi muuttaa asennetta ja sitä, miten ne tekee asiat.
Et sä voi olettaa, että ne muuttais niiden toimintaa vaan siksi, että ne on Suomessa. Sun pitää vaan löytää joku keino työskennellä niiden kanssa.
Hey, Jirani, you're walking on the wrong direction. We have a group meeting now.
I have something else to do now. I cannot make it today.
Something more important.
Yes.
Yes?
Look, Alexandra, I cannot come today, okay? Just tell the others, please.
Okay, so Jirani is not coming today.
Why not?
I don't know. He said he has something else to do. But at least everyone else is here, so we can actually start. Can you update us with the progress of the tasks you have done? Diego, you start.
How can I start? Haven't done anything yet. I wanted to do the creative for this project, and administration is just a task I didn't want to do.
But that was the task you were assigned, so you need to do it. Hanna?
I am trying to design the creative, but it is very difficult for me. It takes time.
Okay, let's see what you will come up for the next meeting. Ngoc?
I'm trying also, but it's difficult.
Do you have anything to show us now? Any slides, graphs, or even a plan?
No, not yet.
Okay, as we have nothing else to show or discuss, let's just finish this meeting early. But I want you to go and work on the tasks. We need to get a good grade for this project. So let's just have everything done before the next meeting.
Okay.
Hello, can I have a chat with you?
Of course. Have a seat.
Thanks. It's about this group work. The group is just doesn't do the work.
Okay.
Ngoc, for example, she does nothing.
Ngoc now?
Yeah, she's just there. She's so quiet. She doesn't do anything. She just sits and like nothing.
Well, I find that a bit hard to understand because she's a very good student.
Yeah, but that's true. And Diego, he's also doing nothing. He's just present in the meetings, but just sits there and does nothing.
She gave out the roles, but they are just not the right roles for each person.
Alexandra, se vaan haluaa määrätä kaikesta.
Nobody listen to me.
I do not understand how this works. The teacher should be in charge, not some girl or anybody.
Hey, I'm going to Helsinki on Thursday, so can we meet before that?
I'm working every evening this week, so can we meet in the morning?
So, when are we meeting?
Okei. Miten mä suunnittelen tämän mainoksen? Mitähän värejä mä käytän? Mitähän fonttia? Miten tätä edes käytetään?
Okay, guys, sorry. I'm late getting back from Helsinki, so where are we? What do we do? Hanna, do you have some creative ready?
Oh no, I couldn't do it. I'm sorry, but I'm just not good at these things.
I wanted to do the creative, but you didn't let me.
Yeah, but you were assigned for administration. Did you do something on that?
I didn't know what to do.
Ngoc, sales? Jirani, what have you done for the marketing?
I didn't get a chance to do anything. Can we just skip my part and do the other parts, please?
But we don't have any other parts. So where we are now is nowhere. And now we have to go there and look stupid in front of the whole class. Great job, team.
Mikko, I haven't seen you play like this before. What's wrong?
I have a lot on my mind.
Do tell.
Well, okay. Remember that international marketing group work I told you about? Well, it seems that one of the groups in particular has been a complete disaster.
I'm sorry to hear that. I know you had high hopes for that course.
Well, I did, but I sort of lost control of this particular group, and the result was just unacceptable.
Well, did you think about restarting this group? Do you have time to restart this group? It might actually be a good educational opportunity for them.
Well, I hadn't thought about it that way, but I guess we might. Yeah.
Well, what exactly happened? Who's in that group?
Well, there's Jirani, now, Diego, Alexandra, and Hanna. And it seems that in the beginning they had different ideas of how they should get organized, and from there it didn't get much further. It just, everything just fell apart.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. You've got some strong personalities in that group, that's for sure, but you've also got some interesting nationalities in that group. But that might actually have been having a negative impact on it when it could have been having a positive impact.
Well, I'm not comfortable with nationalities, judging people by their nationality. Just usually brings up commonly held stereotypes, and I just don't like to do that.
Well, I agree, Mikko. I don't like stereotypes myself, but first, perhaps we should consider them as generalizations. They're not stereotypes unless you apply them blindly and without exception. And most importantly, these generalizations, they're just a starting point. We should be mindful that each person is just that, a unique individual who typically shares some values with their compatriots, but also develops their uniquely own values and behaviors. Look, I wish I had just the right answer for you, but in your case, I think we need to do some math first.
Math? Well, you know, I don't teach math.
Stay with me, Mikko. All right. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. I think we can both do this. What does that equal?
Well, of course, the answer is 5.
Well, ordinarily, say if we had 5 Finns in the group, the answer would be 5. But in your case, you had a student from Mexico, from Vietnam, from Russia, from Nigeria, and you had a Finn.
Well, that's also 5 people, isn't it?
Well, it seems like in your case, the answer actually turned out to be less than 5. So why do you think that happened?
Well, I suppose the conflicts so far may have prevented them working out in a normal way.
Well, let me ask you another question. What if I told you that the answer could actually be 6 or even 7?
I don't see what you mean.
Well, if we can, Mikko, just set aside this discussion that we've had so far about the negative aspects, and if we can focus on instead on the positive things, to try to bring out the positive, more promising aspects, things might change.
Can you give me an example?
Mikko, I suggest that you facilitate a comeback with these kids, but help them to learn more about each other, but without the immediate stress and impact of the project itself.
I guess you might be onto something here, Warren, but I'm still a bit confused about it.
Well, if you're still confused, let's come to the chessboard here.
Hey, we're in the middle of a game here.
Well, Mikko, you were going to lose anyway. Perhaps you can learn something here today. All right. How many pieces do we have?
Well, I see 5.
Well, that's true. You see 5 pieces, 5 pawns on the board. Let me do something a little different here, though. Let's take a bishop, a rook, a knight, a queen, and a king. So how many pieces do we have now?
I still see 5 pieces there.
Well, that's right, but these are 5 very different and differently capable pieces. So, for example, the rook can move up and down and sideways. The knight does something entirely different. The bishop can move diagonally. The queen can move both diagonally and up and down. And the king, as the leader, commands the field and creates the cohesion in the team. When your group is able to achieve this kind of dynamic, I think that they'll get a lot accomplished, but it doesn't appear to me that this is what's happening. If your group plays like they're 5 pawns, they won't get much accomplished.
Okay, I think this is kind of new math, but it's all clear to me. So, if we can figure out which piece Jirani is playing, which piece is Alexandra, now, etc. So the group functions much better. Right. It just came to me, as Aristotle says, the whole is more than the sum of its parts.
That's right. And so the challenge in your group is that you have to find a way for each person, actually they have to find a way for each person to identify their own ability, to bring that forward in the group so that the answer is actually 6 or 7 and not 4.
Okay, I know now what needs to be done.
All right. Are you ready to get started again?
Oh, yes, I am.
Good.
Hi all. It's clear to me that you guys are much better students than what was produced in that presentation. Rather than accept what happened, I suggest that you regroup and start again. Let's meet on Friday after class and discuss this further. Cheers, Mikko.
What's up? Oh, remember that group project that didn't work out? The teacher just sent me an email suggesting that we should regroup and meet him soon. Do you think I should go there?
I mean, what do you have to lose?
Well, I think I know each of you pretty well, but for some reason the result for this group was much less than I had hoped for. Now, what do you think was the reason?
Well, I didn't feel like I was able to promote my ideas, and I wasn't really sure what the others were doing or what the others were even thinking about.
Yeah, I can really see how things were working, and I certainly did not want to be on the creative side. My specialty is marketing. And I think I really needed to know what the group rules were. We just didn't work it out. Did we even get a passing grade?
A passing grade? Well, it depends on how you define passing.
Alexandra, I have to say that I felt like you were trying to take things over.
But
and
what did you think, that this group would just form itself and off it goes?
Well, no, but here in Finland we like that each person takes a fair share and that everybody is more or less equal at the start.
But I didn't mean to imply that we weren't equal. It's just in Russia we got to have someone who's taking the lead. It just helps to get things going, and at the end just everyone relies on the leader to make sure that everyone works smoothly till the end.
Okay. I disagree with your assumptions, or at least they don't apply here in Finland. But now I understand better where you were coming from.
Yeah, I didn't mean to upset anyone. I know how things work here in Finland. It just, when we go to the stressful situation, we just tend to go back to the way we used to.
Well, I didn't really look at it from your perspective.
Seriously, neither did I from yours. I think that things could have been done differently.
Yeah, I'm sorry we didn't have this conversation a long time ago. We really need to think more about this. And I am glad to hear your ideas.
Okay, I think Alexandra and Hanna are heading in the right direction. What about the rest of you?
Well,
I have to say that I didn't want to be in sales. I think I would be okay, but another place I can do the best.
Okay, my turn. To be honest, I'm the last person that you want to be on the administration. I was so depressed that I totally lost interest on the project. I am sorry, but those who know me, they know that I suit better for other things, you know.
And finally, me, I know Alexandra thought I was gonna be good in marketing, but really that's not a job for me. I can do it, but honestly, I wouldn't feel happy doing it.
You didn't seem happy about anything I said.
Well, I wasn't.
Because I'm a woman?
Yeah, something like that. It was a little bit strange for me, I must admit, you know. And I had to think about like why I had such an issue in the first place.
Well, look, we have some time. I think you need to find a way to see how each of you, as different as you might be, can add something to the mix, that the result, final result, is greater than the parts.
What do you mean by that?
Well, so far you've been talking about how I didn't get to do this or how I didn't get to do that. But you have also made some good points about your own perspectives. Now, we need to take another course, so let's try to find the positives.
Well, we Mexicans are always keen to see the sunny side of things.
Okay, and we Finns have a saying, uusi päivä uudet kujet. A new day shows a new way. What kind of new ways can you find here?
Well, let me start. I wanted a chance to create a system or a way to organize and communicate. So I think I can be good at that, like the scheduling, the project, the event planning, those kind of small details. I can take care of those.
I'm so happy to have someone here like you who can take care of those kind of details. I didn't know you really like to do those kind of things. Well, most important thing for me now is that someone else has to take the marketing side, so that because I'm much more caught out for sales. I know I can really do well for this group because back in my country I won several awards for acting and telling stories, and I really wanted to organize the sales part of this project and also be one of the presenters during the presentation.
That's so great, Jirani.
I would much rather to be on the creative side. For me, there's nothing better than to create things. I've studied art for many years, and I can show you some of the things that I've done for some companies back in Mexico.
Ooh, whoa, Diego, I didn't know that you were an artist. Let's see things that you've done back at home. I suppose I would like to say that I really want to be the leader of this group again, but I'm not so sure that you want me to. I really want to see how we will succeed as the group, but I really messed up at the start.
Why don't we take a vote on that? It seems we all have ideas about what we can do, and so far it seems complementary.
Yes, I vote for Alexandra.
Me too.
What does Jirani think?
I'm in for that.
Well, we all agree, so Alexandra, you'll manage the team.
Guys, thank you so much. I'm so happy. I promise I will do my best to see that we all do our best. But what about Hanna?
Well, it seems the only job left is the one I really wanted in the first place, marketing. If nobody objects, I'd like to take that part.
Well, I'm impressed. You guys may have just turned things around. Well, good luck. I'm looking forward to seeing the results.
I suggest to celebrate it. What about having a dinner together where all of us brings the food from our countries?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, nice.
So good!
Have you tried one of these before?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, really?
I actually baked them.
So, in Vietnam we use chopsticks for eating. Let's try with this. You can start by hold this with 3 fingers. It's like this. Three this one, yeah, and should be in the middle of the chopsticks. Yeah, and then this one is just the holding one, so it's stay, and this one is the movement. Or you can use.
Can you just be without movement?
Or you can do whatever you feel.
You're eating steak?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's more steak. I can use the knife. But for a strong one, I don't think it will.
All of them is so long.
I think it's better.
Whoa, did you see the Facebook group Ngoc set for the project? There are links to Google Docs page as well, very nice.
No, I haven't seen that.
Well, look, she has each step the project mapped out and timetables with deadlines.
Wow, she's really organized. She did a great job.
Yeah, good for us that she found her role.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how is everyone doing today?
Great. You saw my designs?
Yes, they were excellent. Great job.
And I have Jirani with a presentation. It looks good.
Oh, where is Jirani?
Oh, here he comes now.
Oh. Jirani is always fashionably late. So, are we ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go.
In our group work project, I learned that you can be yourself to learn the new things. And then slowly, those new things will become a part of your life. It's hard at some point, but just try, and then you will learn a lot. And they will last forever.
It was a new situation for me, and I was surprised to encounter so many different ideas about teaching and learning in Finland. I had to learn so many new things about myself too, but now I know I can really work with different people in different situations, neglecting cultural differences. So it was really a good idea for me to be part of it.
I think this case demonstrates for me as a teacher how important it is to manage small group work of all kinds. Problems in interaction and behavior can be problems even in homogeneous groups. But culture brings new issues to the group dynamics, not the least of which is language, and how language affects understanding, perception, and behavior.
I don't really know everything about how things work in Finland, but I can be more flexible now. Really, it's the exposure to different ways of doing things that open your own eyes to yourself. For me, studying in another country with so many international students has caused me to see Mexico in a whole different way.
I thought learning came from books and lectures. The project came off well in the end, but I feel like I learned more from the process than from the project itself. It was amazing for me that in spite of our initial problems, I still got to be a group manager in the end.
I think I'm learning more from my students than they learn from me. At least now I won't take small group work for granted, and I will try to make sure that the students working in small groups get to know each other. I may be a teacher, but still I'm learning something all the time, so that makes me a student too.
And students from diverse cultures, they also bring to our schools their own traditions of teaching and learning, and other cultural variables as well. That makes for a very dynamic learning environment where both students and teachers have opportunities to learn and develop.
I must say that when things didn't go so well in the beginning of this project, I thought that everything was going to fall apart. Well, I guess it did. But now at least I know that in our international groups the approach can be more flexible. Of course we had still some problems, but I think we had become more aware of and more supportive of each other. Whether the problems reflected real cultural differences or just personality traits. And with this new math, what happened is that we focused more on the positive strengths of each person, so our differences seemed to melt into the background. At the end, we went from just hoping to pass to getting the best possible grade.